Hello again from Central Virginia. This business behind me is my blackberry vine, and it is time to get this thing under control and ready for the winter. These vines were planted by my father, probably 20 years ago now. And when I first came back to this property after he passed away, this had been really neglected for a while. So that was 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. And I've been gradually restoring it, and it's been a really productive set of blackberry vines. However, it is time to get this thing ready for the winter time. Blackberries that have already fruited, this year's fruit, you can see the leftover berries that did not get picked right here. The leaves are all turning brown. The plant is not dying, but these branches are done. They will never produce fruit again. So the first thing I need to do is come in and cut all of these back to the ground. Then I have all of this. All of this is growth from this year. And if you take a look close down, you can see that this vine right here starts over here, but it has actually taken root, oh my gosh, over here. So I am going to be cutting this way back. Don't worry, it will definitely continue to grow next year. It'll go dormant for the winter, and then in the late winter, early spring, it'll begin to send out more and more shoots. However, I can cut it off about right here and then actually try to dig up this branch and plant it elsewhere if I want to, or I can just discard it. But you can see that if left to its own devices, this plant will just root all over the garden. So I've got to get this thing back into some semblance of order. The challenge. So I'm just gonna dive in here. Now all of these branches, this new growth from this year, will fruit next summer. To even reach some of the vine though, I'm just going to do an initial cut back. Again, this will continue to grow all next year, so I'm not real worried about cutting it off now. I'm seeing this whole thing. I'm going to get it back as far as I can, and then I'll probably will come in and get it again. All right, we're just going to continue to cut back here. And cut. All right, this one, I can't see where it's coming from on the other side, but I can see here. This is a thornless variety, thank God, or else I'd be wearing long sleeves and probably saying a lot of bad words. Okay, I'm seeing this whole thing. I'm going to get it back as far as I can, and then I'll probably will come in and get it again. Now this is one that I pulled that had rooted into the flower garden. And I just cut out a vine that was not particularly productive and it was growing in the wrong direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to root it in along the vine area. I'm just going to dig a little hole right here. These will root super easy. They're and shallowly, as you can see. Let's pull that in. I will give it a good water. All right, so we did it. Even though it's not a hot day, it's a bit sweaty out here. But we did it, and I think that these plants are now ready for the winter time. They will go dormant when the frost comes, and then I'll come out probably in February, late February or early March, and prune them way back for the spring because it'll have an enormous growth spurt. And then we want this vine ultimately to put its energy into producing fruit instead of leaves. Right? So that's why you prune them now. They need to get the growth to get them through the winter. Right? Okay. So, and all that's going into the roots. Just cut them completely down. No, they wouldn't survive. You want them, I mean, you've got to get the energy that the plant needs for the winter. And then it's going to bring that in. It'll go dormant, and then it'll burst forth with spring. And if all goes well and it doesn't frost when it's blooming, we'll have a good crop of blackberries, just like we did this year. That's what we had when you first got here. I remember. They were delicious. So we thank Dad, my dad, your great uncle, yes, for planting these. So until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Bye.